Shri Ram, let us learn some wolf idioms. Keep the wolf from the door. To have sufficient money to prevent starvation or hunger. So both man and his wife must work long hours just to keep the wolf from the door. To have sufficient money to prevent starvation or hunger. Or to do something that lets one to escape death by a small margin. Maintain oneself at the lowest level, subsistence level, in order to avoid hunger, etc. Defend against financial or starvation or devastation. So you can barely keep the wolf from the door with such a small shop in town. My grandfather told me that he had worked hard even when he was not physically fit to keep the wolf from the door. During the recession, most of the Americans were finding it difficult to keep the wolf from the door. That beautiful lady is the mother of 3 kids and earns money by illegitimate means to keep the wolf from the door. So, keeping the wolf from the door. So, to keep the wolf from the door. It's a nice idiom. Throw to the wolves, the next one. Throw to the wolves means to allow somebody to be criticized or attacked, often in order to protect oneself. To sacrifice someone to save the rest. To abandon someone to harm. Sacrifice and abandon someone, especially to save oneself. Don't try to throw my brother to the wolves. I'll tell you the facts about the entire issue. When I got to know that he is a serial killer with whom I was dealing, I felt I had been thrown to the wolves. If she doesn't achieve what her boss expects, he will throw her to the dogs or throw her to the wolves. So that's about throw her to the wolves. So the next one is cry wolf. Cry wolf is when you're asking for help even when you don't need it. Crying wolf. To keep asking for help even when you don't need it. I suppose you remember the Aesop's fable. To state that there is a problem when there is none. In the event that a real problem comes up, no one believes you. To claim that something is happening when it is not. To give a false warning of danger, especially by crying unnecessarily for help. So let's look at some example sentences. The little boy had cried wolf so many times that when he was really sick, no one believed him. The woman cried wolf so often that when she really needed help, the security company took their time to get to her. These doomsday cults have cried wolf so many times that no one listens to them anymore. As the children cried wolf too often, the parents stopped taking notice of them. So that's an idiom based on a story, if you remember, about a young shepherd who kept on calling the villagers and telling them that the wolf was attacking his sheep, and it always proved to be a joke. But when a real wolf came, no one believed his cries, and all of the sheep were attacked by the wolf. So, cry wolf. So don't cry wolf. Jai Shri Ram.